We have invited the CEO of Square Dog Robotics to look at how they have innovated in a very different way to introduce technology to help with facade cleaning. Mr. Antonio Chung, somebody I met and spoke with in the past year or so. And I thought some of the ideas that rest behind the technology is quite amazing, because we talk about robots doing all the dirty, dangerous work. This is one example where it can actually help humans take care of a very dangerous task. So let me pass the floor to Mr. Antonio Chung to share with you innovations in external facade cleaning. Over to you.
Thank you, Oliver. Good afternoon, everybody. Good to have you back. So I know it's not easy to keep you awake, after the coffee break and in the mid of the afternoon. So I'll try my best. Well, here I'm to talk about today is the innovations in facade cleaning. And maybe I will start with innovation. Let's talk about innovation. What is innovation? Well, some definition. Innovation is defined as the process of bringing about new ideas, methods, products, services, or solutions that have a significant positive impact and value. It involves transforming creative concepts into tangible outcomes that improve efficiency and effectiveness or address unmet needs. Okay, very long. I would like to draw you to two key words or key subjects. One is significant positive impact and value, and another one is tangible outcomes. So we'll focus on that to talk about innovation. So first of all, if you are to contribute to have a significant positive impact and value in innovations in facade cleaning, so what areas you are going to contribute, or that what matters most in facade cleaning? What do you think? Can I have some suggestion? All right, in this audience. Okay, you will raise your hand? No. Sorry? Question again, okay. So if you are to contribute to facade cleaning, that will generate significant impact and value. So which area will you contribute? How will you improve facade cleaning? Maybe, not easy to answer. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm here to give you the answer anyway. I think it's about safety. All right, everybody will talk about costing, effectiveness, efficiency, we all know about it. But I think when you look at facade cleaning, what matters most now is safety. Let's take a look. Because safety, the external facade cleaning involves working at height. Okay, and working at height hazard is very, very, very dangerous. We have accidents all over the world, every day, anytime. And sorry to mention Thailand, so it's actually the top list of the most hazardous work sectors among all the industry, working at height. In fact, it's also the #1 cause of fatal accidents in construction industry all over the world is working at height. So it's just not Thailand. Well, I don't go into details, but in Singapore, same. Everybody is suffering. It's risking their lives to complete the job. Many accidents. Well, we're friends from Malaysia, same. All the accidents. So I think when we talk about innovation in facade cleaning, we'd like to really produce significant impact, positive impact, and value. I don't think anything is more valuable than human lives, right? So innovation that can save human lives. I think that's where we started. So we'd like to reduce all the risk. And I don't think now we are at the 21st century, any workers should risk their life to do the job, right? Or to harm themselves to do the job. If you look at the hierarchy of controls on risk, where we are today is still at the very bottom. All these protective personal equipment can only help to reduce a very small amount of risk. And then you have all the different measures to help you to reduce the risk. And the best is elimination of risk. That means you have low risk at all. So this is where we are aiming at. And in using robots, we can achieve the highest level of safety control, that we should have a total elimination of risk. Why? Simply because when we use the latest robots, there will not be any human being involved in actually cleaning the facade. And the robots will do everything. You know, you just put the robots out there and it will finish the work for you. Then comes the next question. So everybody believes we should have used the robots to do it before. But if you look around, do you see any robots actually doing the facade cleaning in your country? Anybody has seen one actually working for a long time in your country? I would like to know as well, because please raise your hand. Or you raise your hand, you say no. Okay. Yeah. There are many reasons why we are not using robots to clean the facade. Yeah, because now people believe robots are going to be very expensive or very, very difficult to use, and then and not effective, not actually, being able to get the job done, or it takes a long time to use any robot to do it. Yeah, according to what we understand today, you might need a lot of programming, you might need a lot of preparation, and you might have a very selective environment in order to make the robot work. So the production cost is very high. Again, for some new devices, maybe like drones, if they do it, but there's a lot of restriction. Many big cities have already banned the drones from flying. Or in some big cities, the buildings are so close to each other, it's just important for drones to fly between the buildings, right? So there are many practical restrictions that stop the robot from doing the job. Again, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation have to be done before it can be operated. And if there's an uncontrolled environment, the robots are just not able to overcome the challenges. So the good news is, I think we have come up with the one that can give you all the answers and that can meet all the requirements and that can overcome all the challenges. It's a robot that can actually clean the facade all by itself, and it's cost effective. Okay, it can save up to 75% of the cost depending on the condition of the building. And then very effective, very easy to install and operate. So installation can be like 1 or 2 hours, then everything can be ready and go. And also, it's very adaptive. So we can be able to operate on different kinds of building, be it residential, commercial, or industrial buildings, high-rise, or even villa. Not just confined to high-rise. Any buildings should be able to use the robots. And it doesn't take genius or programmers or certified engineers. Anybody can operate the robot, because you're talking about the cost of human labor. So if you need a professional or you need an expert to operate the robot, again, it can be very costly. But for our robot, as long as you know how to play the video game, you should be able to operate our robots. I'm sure you can play the video game better than I, but I'm not good at that. So I'd like to introduce to you our Skywasher, the robot that can clean the facade all by itself. And it's very, very easy to install, to operate, etc., and very adaptive. And of course, it's really safe because it doesn't involve any human being to have anything to do with working at height. The robot operators can be anywhere, can sit anywhere, on the ground or any floor in the building, doesn't matter. So all you have to do is to put the robot out there, and then the robot will clean it by itself. I know it's difficult to visualize how the robots work, right? And how it actually looks. Let me show you a video. So it's a brief introduction on the setup and the operation of the robots, and then it shows how it actually cleans the facade on the building. The sound, please. Start already.
Install the anchors at the edge of the roof. Install the screws and fill the tanks with water. Make sure they are securely mounted. The setup can be completed easily.
In fact, it can be any mountain. It's
from
dummy.
Loss Adjusters will carry out inspections and issue a signed certificate of safety. Our work is in compliance with regulations. After that, attach wires to the anchors. Plug the cables and connect the hose and attach the wires. Once you've checked and ensure everything is installed correctly, you may proceed with remote control operation. The robotic arm can avoid obstacles by adjusting its length to satisfy multifunctional use. Skywash can automatically adjust its position and angle to remain stable during adverse weather. The water is filtered and contains only microparticles. There is no water stains left on the walls or glasses even after air drying to enhance the efficiency.
So I hope it gives you a brief introduction to how our robot works. So all you have to do is to hang the robot out there, and then it will do the cleaning by itself. It can run in an automatic mode, or it can control by a remote operator. So it's as simple as that. And then, if you look at robot, in addition to cleaning, because the fact that it's being hung out there and you can move freely along the surface, it can also do inspection on the facade, right? So if you spray water using a water jet, you can do the water leakage test, see whether a water tightness test, see whether there's leakage in the windows. In fact, if you put on different inspection device like infrared or ultrasound, you can see whether there's any crackage or any crack or any abnormal situation about the pipe out there. So all these can be done with the robot because the front tool can be interchangeable. You can put on a cleaning tools, it become a cleaning robot. You use an inspection device to attach to it, it become an inspection robot. So it's very flexible, and I believe all these used to be done by human being, and now it can be achieved by simply using a robot. And remember, I talked about innovation. We talk about a significant positive value. And for a robot, I think the most important value is saving human lives and reducing the risk. And also, we talk about tangible outcomes. So innovation is not an innovation if that's only an idea, but that's something that can be realized, actualized, and put to work. So all our robots are working today. We have actually more than 20,000 hours of actual operation in Hong Kong already. So people from other countries may not realize that, but in fact, it's actually doing the job. Well, our robots may look different because of different versions of our robots, but they are doing the job. This is for cleaning. So we can clean facade. We can also clean the outer wall. So it can be aluminum foil, it can be tiles. So we can do all the different kinds of cleaning. And then, if you look at inspection, we do the water tightness test. We've done it on a number of buildings in Hong Kong already. So all these are real projects. Well, just to share with you some funny information. So for these, usually we do it once a new building is completed. We would like to do the water tightness test on those facades, right? Okay, I'm now in Thailand, right? So not in Hong Kong, I can talk about it. Say, the Grand Victoria, this building, this is actually, they have like 10 buildings in that establishment, development. So I think they use us. They use robots to do water tightness test on 5 buildings, and another 5, they use human being. Okay, 2 things happen. One is the ones they use human beings to do the testing, no problem, no leaking at all. But the ones using our robots, each of them has some issues. Okay, so the owners are curious, how come, why? So they use our robots to do some testing on the ones that's done by human being. Again, we find the problems. What does it tell? Because human beings, they don't do it at the level that's required, okay? And maybe, you never know. They say no problem, it's no problem. But our robots don't lie. There are problems. So it's important for the developers to really do the right testing before they launch it into the market. So it's about their reputation, about the cost, especially, you don't want to do the repair after you've handed it over to your tenant. So and the robots can actually do a better job. And another funny thing is the operators or the workers working on the other 5 buildings in the gondola, I think like 3 or 4 came to us saying, do you have a job? I would like to work for you instead. Because our operators are sitting there, if they turn on the automatic mode, they just press the button and, smoking and drinking coffee down there. But the guys are risking their lives to do the job. So they say, okay, I would rather earn less and I prefer to work for you. So it's happening today. It's not a joke or, just something in the future. Well, the mission for our company is we believe any hazardous jobs, any jobs that are risky, that should not be done by human beings, should be done by robots. And we focus on these. Especially we focus on jobs that are done out there, not in the factory. I think in the factory, the robotic application is quite mature. But out there on the construction site, in the actual building, still very few robotic applications are successful. So all these, if you look at these robots, these are the ones from our company, and all of them are working today. Like on the construction side, we have the robo welder and the robo cutter that can actually do welding and cutting on construction site, not in the factory, not in a prefab factory. And then again on the painter, it can do the painting by robot instead of human being. And petrol, robot again, it does the petrol by itself. Also on construction site, if you are to carry some heavy stuff from one place to another, non-defined road, anywhere you go. So that robot can follow you automatically. It can follow the worker to anywhere on the construction site. And it will only follow you because of the technology. It can hold up to 400 kilo. So just for your reference, for your information, transporting heavy stuff is the #1 cause of injury, not death, in the construction industry. You think it's a very simple job, right? But every day people get injured because of lifting heavy stuff or transporting heavy stuff. I'm sure you might have similar experience. All of a sudden you lift something heavier, okay, you hurt your back, and then for whatever reason your strength. I did it from time to time. So it's the #1 cause of injury. If you have that kind of robot, all you have to do is just, robot can help you put it to the robot, and you don't have to push it around, you don't have to carry it around. So it helps you a lot to reduce the injury. Well, that's innovation. I hope that we can do something to bring the most value that we believe is saving human lives to the facade cleaning. And also, any innovation should have a tangible outcome. So all these robots should be working, not just an idea or a prototype or a demo robot. And, well, we're here in Thailand to talk about it. I'm happy to be here. Unfortunately, we're not able to ship all our robots to Thailand because we have different roadshows in China, in Singapore, and in Hong Kong happening at the same time. But I hope that we can do it next year. But we are happy to discuss with you, and hopefully we can also contribute to the facade cleaning in your country. So thank you very much for having me here today, and thank you.